He ain't not NFL yet, college.
No, he had came back, man. Somebody drafted him. He didn't get drafted, but somebody picked him up. It was the Saints or somebody. I don't know who it was, if I can
Let me tell you
remember.
something.
But
Let me tell you something, J-Pat. If your father's in the NFL and you don't make it even close to decent, that means you just spoiled. That's how I see it.
that's true too. Well, look
You
at Michael
spoiled.
Jordan. We thought one of his sons didn't even go, and one of his sons went to the
J-Pat.
NBA but got lost in the
J-Pat.
sauce.
Listen, spoiled. Spoiled too. Too much money,
Spoiled,
man.
right?
Too much money. That legacy be different,
That's
man.
a fact. Well, he can't not being on that road in that game. Yeah, I
Man, let
mean,
me tell you who ain't spoiled. LeBron James' son, both of them, they can ball. I can't lie. That boy Bronny can ball. I saw him. He not flash, but he gonna make them points. Facts. He gonna be good. He gonna be better than his dad. He gonna be better than his dad. Watch.
nah, he ain't gonna be better than his dad.
Facts. Nah,
But you know, the stuff that they can train these kids to do now is different. His son could be good if his son, like we just said, if basketball is really his son's passion. Because, see, his son could just be trying to live up to his father's expectations and really like something different. Bronny could like football, and we don't know that more. Like I just said, we'll put more into preparing than he would basketball, where he might just be doing that because my dad is LeBron, so I got to live up to that hype. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got to be hungry, man. Basketball is one of those things you got to want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Sports too.
Because you're going to put that extra work in. You're going to be in a gym while everybody else sleep or partying. So, you know what I mean?
That's why Jordan, Kobe, LeBron get it. He wants it.
He wanted it. Like, even though his dad was in the NBA.
Let me tell you something. You go out there and go hoop. You go practice. You go practice on what you do all day. You're going to be great. But you just go there and just say, you know what, I got talent. I don't need to practice. I don't need to put in the work. You're going to be okay.
See what I mean? See, like I said, he was just around the shit. I'm with you. You get. That's why I say the wrong person got that. Like, take me or you or something. I'm just throwing something out there. If we had that opportunity, like, we ain't have no daddy in the NBA. Like, we would have relished that shit and really, like, used that shit as a stepping stone. But somebody like him who grew up with a dad already there, now all that stuff is paid for him, playing with the NBA players. Right, he not really taking that moment and being like, man, listen, in the long run, this shit could make me, I could be one of the best players on the planet because I got an advantage over everybody else.
You gotta want it, bro. J-Pack.
You gotta want it. Wow.
Now, I like Bronny. I saw Flash with Bronny the other day. I said, you know what? He's gonna be good.
He's a little slow, man. I watched him when he came down and dunked. Like, he tried to look like his dad, too, the one time he dunked, but he not super quick. He still look like he got some growing to do. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like, I don't know if he look like he's going to be as big as Bron. But, oh, I said, so we got to see how his body mature, you know, Mack Med, to see what he going to be, you know what I mean? And like his dad got what you call a good basketball IQ and instincts, and you can't teach him that. You can teach him how to shoot, you can teach him how to dribble, you know what I'm saying? You can teach him how to stand on defense, but you can't teach a player back to what we just talked about. Instincts, coordination, and all that shit is on that person, you know what I mean? So he just gotta have it, you know what I'm saying? If he don't have that it factor, that's just what it is. That's why it doesn't matter what your DNA is. You gotta have it, you know. You gotta have those abilities. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, like I said, man, but it could. Yeah, I remember Tim Thomas. Yeah, he was a beast though. Yeah. Well, and you know what, I'm gonna say this, like Kobe situation is unique, just like Curry now. If you really watch it, most of the kids that do good, they go to NBA is when their dad wasn't like at one point wasn't the man. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe dad played in the NBA and went over to Italy and played. He wasn't that good, but he was good enough to make it to, so that makes the son say, oh shit, now I don't gotta try to like outdo my dad, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta make it and be good. Rather than I gotta try to play better than Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan's son. I gotta try to play better than LeBron James. Like those, I gotta play better than Shaquille O'Neal. So those are some hard shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? So the expectations, it can knock them down when they don't. Yeah, it makes the expectations high. There's way more pressure. So when you take Curry, Del Curry was a beast. You know what I'm saying? He was a good 3-point shooter. But he ain't nothing that what Curry is, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Look, that little Steph, he be balling. Seth, whatever his name is, they be sleeping on him. Seth, not right. Brooklyn, man, Brooklyn got a good deal out of those getting those two players. I won't lie. If Durant was there, Brooklyn got. Now they got role players, bro. Everybody keep talking about the Lakers, and I'm gonna tell you something about the Lakers. What people don't understand. When you take day 3 and you take the rest of that team, everybody keep blaming the Westbrook, the LeBron effect. They don't got nothing, man. You got to have role. If you take the Miami Heat, nobody's saying this. When Miami Heat first came out, they had Bron, a young Bron. They had Wade. They had Bosh. They lost the first season. Nobody was talking about getting rid of that team. What they did, they went and surrounded them with the right role players, shooters that can knock down the 3, and then the next year they won the thing. Why? Because that first time they didn't have the role players, bro. That's why when you giving up already, the Lakers, Carl Horton Tucker, whatever the fuck his name is, them niggas, they don't have no supporting cast, bro. Carmelo is the only thing I see to be like, yo, okay, we can keep him. You know what I'm saying? He's productive, he's consistent. But the rest of those guys, you don't know what night one of them guys is gonna be good. Look at Miami. Ray Allen was the 4th best player any given night. He could have scored possibly more than one of the big 3. So, you know what I mean? Your team got to be constructed right. And that's what it takes when they say LeBron got this player, got that player. Okay, he brought in the star. But now it's the job of the front office. They got to do something to put people around them. Supporting cast is very important. Because Miami could have... Right. Yeah, one of them hurt, one of them not there. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. So you got to have other players that can come in and are consistent, can step in. You got to surround them with what they need. Okay, this is what we got. And I know the problem with the Lakers is Westbrook hasn't had a ball in his hand. But the problem is any team LeBron play on, LeBron always has the ball in his hand. So that's the only thing. So that's the coach's job to build this team and say, you know what? When I give LeBron his rest, that's when I know Westbrook gonna get all his minutes, right? Because I'm gonna make sure when LeBron rests and Westbrook on the floor, so he's ball dominant. So right. No, he can't. He can't. That's not his game. You knew that. The man ain't played like that his whole season, and he tried it, and you could tell. And everybody talk about, look at Russell Westbrook numbers. Of course, he's going from team to team, and he's trying to adjust to a new system and a new team. Y'all acting like his numbers ain't down because he playing bad. His numbers down because he's trying to be a role player and adjust to the scheme and system of his team that don't fit him, and he's a willing participant, but it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? So it looks bad. You know what I mean? And he's the one that's taking the sacrifice. They're like, look at his numbers. They've been diminishing the last 2 years. Hold up. Last year, Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double. What the fuck is you talking about? Washington Wizards had the best run after the All-Star break. Washington Wizards had the best record in the NBA. You know what I mean? So I don't get what the fuck they talking about. They just really trying to put that man down. But they turned their Washington Wizards team around him and Bill. That last half of the season, nobody was fucking with Washington. So, I mean, I just, I hate to see that. I'm not a Lakers fan. I do like Westbrook. And I just watch that. I think they can get it together. But I tell you, Frank Vogel the guy said it. He don't know how to coach elite players. He don't know how to coach this team. They went and got him the players, but they don't have the coach that know how to coach that type of team. And it take coaches and rotations and everything else. All that shit got to be on point. You know what I mean? People like Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, you know what I'm saying? These great coaches, they knew they had a system. Manu coming off the – come on, Manu Ginobili could have started for any team when he was coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know he knew his role. He played his role. You know what I'm saying? And that was the system. They didn't detour from it unless somebody got hurt, and that's what a real coach got to do. I don't really like Vogel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to lie to you. I don't think he's a good coach. Yeah. He won a ring, but, you know, it's the bubble ring, but I don't think he's a good coach, bro. And it takes a lot to coach those what's the word? Those three players when you got the Eagles. When you got three different Eagles like that, it takes a real good coach to be able to get the best out of them guys. Look at Tyronn Lue. He missing two of his stars and still got this team playing ball, bro. That's who LeBron wanted to be the coach, but they didn't hire him. Yeah, he wanted Tyronn Lue. Take out all enemies. Hope you're ready for a real fight. Man, that's coaching. You know what I'm saying? That's coaching, bro. You know why I never used to like him? Because I'm an Allen Iverson fan. So he used to bug the shit out of Allen when he defended him, man. He used to fuck with Allen so.
He pushed him. He really pushed him.
Hold on to it.
That's fact.
Oh.
I know that. But it just looked good though. It looked good for that.
Oh, when Allen stepped over him though, when he did the little step over him, that shit was crazy. But what people don't know is those two best friends, man. Yeah, real cool. Like they cool. Like they fuck with each other. I seen a thing. They fuck with each other. Like he's like, y'all, what y'all really don't know is that's my man. Like we was chill. Like y'all saw us in the games looking like we ain't fuck with each other. He was like, but we was really cool. Who said that? Yo, they said when yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, they said Draymond was cool with a lot of players. Yeah. They said when KD Oklahoma City Thunder went to Golden State to play there one time. They said KD stayed at Draymond Green house. Like they on opposite teams, bro. So that's funny that KD ended up going to Golden State. Like, cause when OKC went to to play them, it was like a playoff series that KD actually stayed at Draymond Green house, and they was on opposite teams. Who? I could believe it. Them goofy looking ass niggas.
Glide bomb ready for target.
And then they end up beefing, right? But then they end up beefing, right? And something happened. That's normal. Homeboys, they get into shit. I see you and Matt got about like a 2-month span where y'all get into y'all little thing, and next thing you know, y'all all right again. Me and Matt used to do the same thing. Nah, but I just want to say, brothers do the same shit. Like they get mad at each other. You know what I mean? It's normal when you're around somebody all the time, or engaging with people all the time.
I got it
that's the whole point.
I said something to Jetpack the other day, and I said Jetpack didn't like it, so I just shut the fuck up. I said, you know what, let me stop. I don't want Jetpack to get mad.
Oh yeah, nah. Listen, you my dog. That's one thing. I thought I was asleep, but you said something. I'm like, well, if I was asleep it's a form of you talking about me to them. I'm like, we don't do that. That's why I check it, because that's one thing about us. Like I said, we men, if we got to say something about each other, we say it to each other, whether we like it or not. You see what I'm saying? If I fuck
Now
with you,
it's like
that's
a
what we
joke.
do. We
It's a
don't.
joke,
I
but
ain't gonna never talk about you
it was a joke
to
though.
no another
J
nigga and
Pat.
tell him something that I won't tell you. You see what I mean?
Yeah. No, it was a joke, J Pat. It was a joke. That's all it was.
Yeah. I was like, now I had muted the mic because they kept complaining that it sounded like when me and B Mike was on, it was like
That sound.
echoing and had the
That
party
sound.
fucked up. So I
Nah,
was just sitting there watching y'all game,
it be
and I
big
had my
sound.
shit muted.
It be big sound though. It be big. I be big on speaker. Right.
Yeah, and I got my shit go through my TV too. Like right now, my shit coming out the TV. That's probably why I should be interfering. Noodle shit too. It happened when I be in with Noodle. But yeah, man, that's But I was gonna get on something. I was gonna say one thing about us black folks. Back to what I was saying about engaging, always being around somebody having a situation. That's our problem though, because when we do that, we take that motherfucking problem and take it too far. Now we gotta shoot and we kill each other, not being able to go back home and forget about the next day, see your man like, man, I was bugging, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, my bad, boom, boom, boom. Our shit turned into a fucking war and people getting killed, man. That's what we don't know how to deal with adversity. I don't, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't understand what that is. It's almost like they drugged us or poisoned us. That's what they say. That's why you always think about the stuff that we eat, the stuff that we drink, and stuff like that. Is we got to have some type of chemical imbalance. That why the fuck do we react so different? You know what I mean? You go to the club, we end up shooting up, killing. Yes, we super aggressive. There's got to be some type of chemical, bro, because unless it's just life, but it's like, why do we, like, we go to the club, we go to the big ass fight. Aggressive, bro. Yeah. It's the truth. It's a natural thing. We get more aggressive when we do something. We gotta get into a fight. We knock a nigga down. Now he on the ground. We want to stump his head into the ground and make him bleed. Like I see white people fight. They wrestling. They slam the dude down, and after that, they're not trying to kill the dude. But our instinct is fucking kill this motherfucker. Right. And you start to wonder, like, why are we not programmed like that? Why are we programmed so different? And I just like that's kind of crazy. It like made me think. It's like I ain't saying I'm not admiring white people or saying they better than us. I'm saying what makes us so fucking aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Compared to other people and do the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I always just wonder, man. Is it something they fucking giving us or some shit, a shot? I don't know, man. Because you give a dog a distemperament shot. Like, are they giving them motherfuckers a shot that we ain't getting? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Something. Because we react totally different to a whole bunch of things. Our reaction to a lot of things is totally different. Right, and I really don't believe that. We shouldn't be. Damn.
Bugger off.
Yeah. And it's cool, right? That's why I said another hand, we sitting back thinking about that. Like, yo, Mack Med said yesterday, yeah, this nigga think I'm gonna get that nigga. You just waiting for the opportunity, you know what I mean? It's just crazy, like it's crazy, like as I said, we have a whole different thought process on a situation, you know what I'm saying? Like I could tell this, like at work, I'm not really outgoing with everybody. Like if I'm mad about something, I just give myself, gotta be somebody real cool to know what's on my mind, and I could tell when I'm talking to certain individuals, they kind of be looking at me like, yo, he taking this shit serious, you know what I'm saying? Like they looking in their mind like, if this happened to me, I'll just fucking move on, you know what I'm saying? Like he really mad about that shit. Like I take the disrespect totally different than you, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that's from, huh?
I say people takes it harder with their emotions.
Yeah.
That's why right now I got to the point now. I be arguing with y'all in the group. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be cultural, the way you raised and what's beaten into you as a young kid or whatever. But you know, that's really why I stopped whooping my kids. Like whoopings make people real angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it build a lot of rage. You know what I'm saying? Because if my parent whooping me, I'm not. I love my mom, I love my dad, so I'm not gonna do nothing to them. But when somebody else do something to me, my reaction might be of me being upset about that, and I'm gonna take it out on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm not gonna take it out on them. So I'm gonna be very aggressive and angry, and I'm gonna take it out on somebody else when they do something. So, like I said, just different ways when you get raised, different things I think affect all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't. I watch white kids. They call it their mom's a bitch and all this and that. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I first heard of, yeah, we don't disrespect like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, nigga, you crazy, nigga. I want to punch you in your mouth for talking about your mouth. Fuck wrong with you? You know what I mean? And that's just, you know what I mean? They grow up like that, fucking bitch. And she buying them everything. She just went to the store and spent $1,000, and then mom's a bitch now because she ain't spent 1,000 more. And we looking like, she just bought you that? She bought you that? You mad at your mom, nigga, because you want 1,000 more? Like, nigga, I'm happy with, you know what I'm saying?
I'm mad with $100.
Fuck is wrong with you?
Shit. I'm mad with $100. Fuck you, bitch. I'm like, what the hell? Shit. People having good, some people having bad, man. Man, I'm about to watch Snowfall. Y'all seen Snowfall already? Oh. Please do not say when them dudes was having sex.
Oh, y'all playing NBA?
Hey, that's just one time, bro. It's just one time.
Who got raped?
On Snowfall.
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Everybody say that shit. I'm like, damn, y'all get off that one little gay scene. Y'all don't watch the movie no more. I don't like no gay shit. Damn.
Huh?
Hey, that shit had me like, what the fuck? But I watched that shit. This shit, it's only one time, y'all. One time. They gonna like it. But it's funny though, everybody said the same shit. Off that gay scene, they said they didn't watch that shit no more. That shit was funny. That shit had me go. I ain't lied to you though, Toby. Hey, I seen that shit, Toby. I ain't gonna watch that shit no more. But I only care watching my girls watching this shit.
Who?
This shit was really good.
Friendly bombing run inbound.
Snowball. Nah, it's good though, Toby. You gonna be like, this shit good though. You gonna be like, this shit
Bugger off.
They uncle said he's gonna shoot your house up. They know where you live.
Live bomb ready for
They know where you live? Where they live?
bombers ready for
Stop entertaining, stop talking to them.
their space is jam packed.
Entertain me. Don't even give them no more conversation. They talking dumb shit. If they talking about shooting up a house and all that dumb ass shit.
Right, but she go to my school.
Oh, the girl go to your school? The girl's fault you hit no girl, right?
Fight back.
Nah, I don't think nobody dumb enough to. They probably just talk.
We're in the lead.
Did the uncles talk to you? Did some dudes get on the phone talking to you? Did some dudes get on the
They
phone?
have the
Huh?
advantage.
Well, why you didn't bring the phone downstairs? How old was that? That's them?
No, these my friends. We made a group chat.
Enemy glide bombing.
They trying to come back in the group with that?
Ready for target. Bugger off. You can do better.
Alright, I'll talk to your mom.
Run on the way. Friendly, sending a glide bomb.
This nigga, some of the girls fighting over him. This social media shit is stupid, man. You motherfucker get on that shit. Yeah, man.
An enemy glide bomb on the way.
That's the whole fact.
They're driving us back.
Mm-hmm. Back to what I just said about our extent. He having a dispute on the phone with two girls that like him, not a little brothers or uncle, whatever, 15 years old, talking about they'll shoot a house up. Like, how drastic is this situation that you ready to talk about shooting a house up, man? I mean, that's why I say black folks, man, we is super extra, man. Police come beat one of their brothers down right in front of them, in front of the house. They ain't gonna go shoot up the police station. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna go shoot the police in the car sitting there. And I'm not saying I want them to, but I'm saying, God damn, you do that shit against your own people. But the motherfucker that you should do it against, you won't, motherfucker, you do nothing. Shit.
Do better next time.
How that Lakers game looking? Oh, for real? Okay. I mean, LeBron, they gonna have to figure it out. I mean, LeBron. I thought that ain't no damn big. They need another big man. They need a big man. Ain't nobody in free agency. Yeah, that's why I say that dude. I don't like that coach, bro. He's taking too much away from the team. He need to put those guys in to get some production from them, and then you still get the production from LeBron. But now you making him have to get production, and now you're not getting something from the center position. You know you're gonna get production from him, so you can put him anywhere. But you need to put somebody else that's gonna help you out somewhere else, because basketball is about numbers. You need rebounding. You know what I'm saying? You need all those different things. Like that's why I say Vogel doesn't know how to do his lineup, bro. It's just he's not a good coach, bro. Right. You. Mm-hmm. Well, here's my point. If you was gonna put LeBron James at what? Okay, he liked to run the point, but I'm not gonna put him there. So if I put him at small forward, okay, so now I'm putting him at center. So who am I putting in his position, and how many points is they giving me? That's my whole point. There you go. So you have to maximize the positions. Now, I know I'm gonna get 20, 30 out of LeBron, regardless to where I put him. So if I go put him at small forward, but then I slap somebody else in that center and get 10 from them, I just got 10 more points. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to maximize that way to say, well, if I put him there, but I put this guy here, this guy probably give me 15. you know what I'm saying, at center plus some rebounds plus some blocking, I'm still going to get my 30 from LeBron because he's consistent. But when you put him in that center position, then you put the person in his position and that guy only get 4 points, you losing out because you knew you was getting 30 from LeBron. That's why I say his lineup and his rotation is shitty, bro. It's the rotations. It's definitely the lineup and rotation, man. Like I remember Phil Jackson. You knew when Kobe was going out the last 6 minutes of the third quarter, last 5 minutes, depending on how the game was going. It was a system. Dwayne Wade, most great players know when they coming out the game, when they get their normal rest. Westbrook came out. He didn't want to talk about the coach. Finally, he said, bro, this is getting crazy. I don't know when I'm going to be in the game. He said, I can't get no rhythm. I don't know when I'm coming in. I don't know when I'm going out. I don't know the players that I'm playing with because the rotation been different 16, 17 times. How can you ever get in a rhythm and, you know what I'm saying, to get chemistry if nothing's the same? You know what I mean? So that's when I look at the Lakers team, you don't know what you got because they haven't really been coached right, and the injuries didn't help, but I wouldn't have gave up on them that fast and just surround them niggas next year with some players that's going to be beneficial to what system you're trying to run and give it a shot because it's not a fair assessment this year with LeBron being out, with AD being out, and just, you know, all them different lineups and them garbage ass role players they got. I like that little Reeves though. He played hard. I like somebody. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, he play hard, man. Play hard. I would keep him. I like how he played. Now that Horton, one of them guys, he's just not consistent. Look like he do got it. They did. Nobody wanted him. He too because he's not consistent. Monk, not consistent. A role player is somebody you get that's like when you get one of those players. They gonna be consistent. A motherfucker might say, man, he only scored 7 points, but guess what? He consistent. I got a consistent 7, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not one day he come in and give me 0 or give me 2 and then give me 7. No, he give me 7 and he give me something else. I know I'm gonna get 4 boards out of him. I probably get 2 or 3 assists out of him. You know what I'm saying? But I get that every night. I know what I'm gonna get from him, and I get some defense. So that player gotta have some defense because I'm not really putting him out there for his offense. I'm putting them out there so my guys get a rest. The other team ain't gonna score no points, and my stars can come back in the game and finish the shit off. So it's just like I said, the way you construct a team and put it together makes a big fucking difference. Rather than just slapping, it's like slapping paint on a car. You put 3 guys together that's good, don't mean you're gonna get a great result. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta build that team. You gotta have right pieces. Cleveland got lucky. They put the right pieces together. Memphis Grizzlies got lucky. They've drafted and put the right pieces together. That happens by luck sometimes. Golden State, look at them. They basically, there you go.
Hey, y'all forgot about Monte Ellis.
Right. They was drafting to get it right and got it right.
Hey, look at the Bulls too. Hey, look at the Bulls. Bulls drafted some shit.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, the Bulls got a squad. Now nobody.
Philly? Philly could have had Jason Tatum. They passed him up. Imagine that, Tatum and Embiid, because Embiid playing his ass off, man.
Hey, it look like Harden and Embiid gonna be a nice little match in playoffs.
Watch for an enemy gun.
Oh yeah. Well, Harden got something to prove now. Back to what we just talked about. It's like when you come to that NBA and you get that money, you either gonna get on cruise control or you're gonna be hungry for the championships in the ring. Harden done been through so much stuff now. This is last contract, bro. He gotta come in now. He got to play ball. You know what I'm saying? He done actually lead 2 teams. He done actually lead 2 teams in 13 months. And now it's starting to look like him. So he got to come back now. And now he going to want to work hard and prove something because it's all on him now, man. It's make a bust for him. I believe he gonna play his ass off. Right?
Facts.
He's got to drop like 10 pounds though. He a little heavy. They gonna be rough, man. But I mean, I think they gave away. I don't think Philly lost anything. Seth, or losing Curry, I think is big because he gave them good minutes. He gave them good, solid minutes. That is gonna be, something they want to try to like get another guy that was just like him. But rather than that, with Tobias, with Joel, Tobias, and fucking Harden, that's a nice little combo. Because they got an old school game. They beat you like nobody usually beats you with the center in the paint. That's old school basketball. You know what I mean? So they can slow the game down. They can kill you in the paint. And then just got to get some shooters where Embiid get the ball and they collapse on him. He kick it back out and knock the three down. Philly got that old school mentality. They could beat any team. They could beat any team because Joel could light your ass up. He's a problem and he going to get you in foul trouble. As long as he on the court, it's a problem. Now James Harden out there can shoot. Shit. If he ain't anything like he used to be, Philly gonna be a problem. See what I'm saying? Yeah, Philly gonna be a problem. But Drummond, I think, really gonna help Brooklyn. Drummond, that was a good. It was both of them got some good pieces in that. I think Brooklyn is a deeper team because of it, but Philly, they gonna have a small rotation, 7-8 men, but as long as everybody stay healthy, they gonna be a motherfucker. I think next year, LeBron and them, if they wanted to, Russell, LeBron, I don't know, man. I might trade AD, stay hurt. Not that he not the best, should be the best player, but he can't stay on the court. But if he do stay, them niggas need to go to the office and take a little pay cut so they can get another decent player. Not great, but a decent player. But they ain't got no money, so they limited. So those guys, if you watch great players, man, they getting older. They got LeBron and definitely LeBron and Westbrook could be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, knock off 4 or 5 million, you know what I'm saying? So they can go ahead and get a guy for like 10, 11 million. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
That's
go,
a
man.
decent
I
player.
see y'all, man. I'm about watching Snowfall, part 2.
All right, I'm getting off too, man. I'll see y'all niggas later.